Hello everyone, my name is Moody and I'm going to be teaching you the basics of electricity. So first off, you're going to need a power source. So you can either use a windmill, a solar panel, or a generator. A generator only puts out a certain amount. It's not very good, maybe good for running one turret here. Basically like, I don't know, maybe 15 electricity for one generator. Then you have the windmill, which can put out, well, basically can put out from 100, so on. It just honestly depends on how high up it is, from what I gather. Solar panels, they output the same amount, which is around like 20 power. And then that goes into the battery of your choosing. So small battery only outputs 10. Medium battery only outputs 50. Large battery puts out 100. Alright, so first off, you'll need a wiring tool. Once you have your wiring tool, you're set. It costs a little bit of high qual, not too much. So first off, hook it up to, we'll use the solar panel and use a large battery. So here's the power input. It's the wire tool, then you take the wire and you hook it where you want it to go, basically. And then hook it up to the solar panel. The solar panel connection is always on the left side. Once it's hooked up, boom, it's now getting electricity. As you can see, it's slowly going up from 23 to 24, and it's collecting. The solar panel only works at day. Self-explanatory. So once you have it hooked up, we will hook, I guess it will hook up a light. So then we go to the output, put it where you want it to go, bring it over here, and I'm going to use the switch. The switch, the power in goes to the bottom, power out from the top. Then you go up here. The lights can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes they won't show up the actual connection, but there, boom, there's the power in. Now we have the battery hooked to the switch that's hooked to the light. Now we flick on the switch. Boom, you got light. Now let's say that we want to have a light and a heater. You can simply just go up to the light and it says pass through. Hook it, and then come down here to where it says power in, and then there you go. You have a light and you have heat. Now, this small battery will run a turret, but it will not run anything else. So if you want to have an on and off switch, it will not work. It's the same concept, though. With every battery, there's an input and there's an output. There's an input and there's an output. So I'm going to hook up the turret. So usually what I do is I have a windmill or solar panels, and I have the windmill hooked to this, which is an electrical branch. The left side is basically a power output of your choosing. So if you click E on the electrical branch, it will show up this. Branch power, amount of branch off. So 16. So I have 16 power going from the left side. The right side is just the remaining power that's left over. So I'm going to use the remaining power, and I'm going to bring it down here to my large rechargeable battery. Once that's hooked up, I'm going to disconnect the switch from the light, and then I'm going to power it. Excuse me, I'm actually going to use this. So this is a splitter, this is a big splitter. So basically, with this, it branches it off into threes. Usually, this is what I use. It's one of the best things. The only problem with this is, like I said, it branches it in threes. And sometimes it can get annoying. Unlike the electrical branch, where you can choose exactly how much power you want to go to the one side. You can't with this. But anyway, so I'm going to hook up the switch. And then I'm going to bring it over here. The turret, and the power of the turret is on the right side. There, now the turret is working. Now the root combiner is, so if you have, for instance, you want to connect a windmill and a solar panel to the grid. power connection from the windmill and hook it into the bottom. Bring the solar panel connection. Hook it into the bottom. Now both of the power is now coming to this, and then out the top is where the power is going. And to the large battery. There. Now have all that power connected into one grid. Now with your generator, you'll need fuel, which is low grade, of course. And then there's 3 outputs here. 3 different things. Force start is so basically you have another power, and if you flick a switch and it's hooked to here, it'll turn on the generator. Force stop is the same thing except shutting it off, and then power output. So then the power output you can hook to the generator. And then with fuel, turns it on and it powers this. There. With the heater, you can also just run power through it, just on the right side. And that's your basics. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Anyway, have a good day or night.